hello, everybody in social media worlds. This is your girl, Miss Channon Dallas, with On the Dal Network, OTT. How's everyone? Oh my goodness. We just came back from a brunch that was really,
It was good.
yeah, it
I'm
was
not
really
gonna
good.
hold you. It was really good.
Yes, it was. Listen, before I get started, I need somebody to call in to make sure my phone line is working because last week we had some telephone difficulties. So I want to make sure that the phone line is working and that everybody can hear. So I need somebody to call in. And in the meantime, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want more people to come in and listen to the topic of this evening. Now, let me just give you a background of what empowerment move we had going on today. We originally had reservations at Lorna's for our empowerment brunch, but because of the soccer game, Lorna's had to cancel our reservations. They did not want us to have our movement amongst that crowd, and I understand it and I get it. But they said that they'll look out for us when we decide to book a reservations with them again. And lo and behold, at the very last minute, we were able to book with Eden Restaurant. They accommodated us. They had us in a VIP room. Everything was innovated, like waterfalls, all kind of things was going on in there. And the food was amazing. You agree with me?
As always, I
Okay.
love coming here and going to Eden.
Yes.
It's one of my top
Okay,
10.
exactly. Yes, I agree. I'm still waiting on somebody to come in before I introduce my guests for the top of the hour. Y'all ain't gonna believe this too when I introduce my guests. Let's make sure this phone line is on because I want people to call in. Let's see here. Yeah, nobody's called in yet. But I hope the number is scrolling at the bottom. If it's not, it's 754-264-3313. Y'all see, I'm glowing. I get excited when I come on the camera and I start perspiring and everything. So if I go to look, dap in my face, oh y'all, we got a call coming in. So let's test this. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this caller on the Dal Network.
Yes, hello, mic check, 1, 2. I
I
just wanted to
was
make sure the phone lines were working.
So you hear her? Do you hear her? You hear her in your microphone?
Yes.
Okay. So hopefully that the viewers can hear. Okay, caller, I do thank you. If you want to continue with the conversation right now, or you want to wait till we get into our topic to call back.
Oh, okay. I'll hang up and wait for the topic, but I just wanted to make sure the phones are working.
Okay.
Ta ta for now.
All right, later. I'm getting hot, y'all. I gotta spruce up. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay. So for the top of the hour, I want to introduce y'all to my special guest all the way from the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all would not begin to understand what her name is. Tonight, this evening, I am introducing my special guest, and her name is Channon.
That's right.
Miss Channon, you want to say anything to the social media?
Yes, my name is Channon with the SH, not a
Okay, and I'm CH.
I am originally from Washington, D.C. I was raised here in Miami, Florida. Did all the schools, the elementary, the middle schools, the colleges, all in Miami. And I relocated to Georgia about, that long ago.
Okay.
And I'm here. I'm here like I'm always here, but I'm here with my good girl here, Miss
Okay.
Channon,
Miss
to
Channon.
help support her podcast, and I'm here for it.
Okay. All right. And I welcome her and I thank her for the support. And before we get into the topic, I always like to shout out my community. And at the top of the hour, once again, I want to give thanks and appreciation to Eden Restaurant. Mr. Eddie came in and he accommodated us. So kudos to Eden Restaurant, which is located in, I think that's Dania.
Uh,
Uh, Hollywood? Okay.
Hollywood.
Hollywood, yes. Kudos to him. Once again, I would like to take a moment to thank Ian, my cameraman, for doing all that he does. Justin, who brought this podcast together to make this happen for me. This was my vision, and he brought it to light. So I want to say shout out to Justin and Ian, and also to all the community producers, Spades, Jenkins, Seth, that's in ATL, um, Duke Live Party, Papa Pump, um, anybody I'm missing, help me out. Who else? You from Miami. But anyway, all the club promoters who make it happen. D'Lo Promotions, he always bringing it, live grown folks. Chico de Leo with the grown folks as well. Got big things coming up. So I like to always give my community leaders a shout out. And tonight we are going to be getting into a topic that is near and dear. This evening's conversation isn't about pretending everything is okay. It's about the strength it takes to keep showing up when life is testing you. We all smile through heartbreaks, disappointments, career changes, family struggles, financial pressure, or loneliness. This evening, we are asking, who is the woman behind the smile? That's a good topic. That's a really good topic because social media, I'm your girl, Shannon. And, people see me and I'm so humble and I'm so generous to everybody. I wear many hats. In the daytime, I have a full time job. At night, I work at Publix part time as a cashier. And when people come through my line, they are so uplifted and motivated because the first question they ask me, well, how are you doing today? And I say, amazing. And they say, oh my God, I never expected that response. And I always say amazing because God allowed me one more chance at life. Every morning I wake up, it's amazing. So I carry out that same image throughout the whole day. He gave me another chance, so I'm amazing. But, people always want to know what's behind that smile that people just don't see. You agree, Shannon? You got some questions for me pertaining to that topic?
No, I don't have any questions.
No
I
questions?
100% agree.
Mm-hmm.
There's something always going on behind that smile,
Right.
and people don't really understand the reason why you're smiling.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever sit back and want to know someone's story, you will understand why they're always smiling,
Amen.
because there's a lot, definitely as women, Black women,
Mm-hmm.
carry that a lot of people don't really get to see, get to know, because like you said, you wear so many hats,
Right.
and when to take one off, to put one on, to accommodate yourself, your family, your bosses,
Right.
your community.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great deal on when you when you take that hat off.
Exactly.
And sometimes I can find myself in the workplace. It's like, give me one moment. Let me take this hat off real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I want you to understand we got to get down to the level. I don't want to do things under this hat,
Mm-hmm.
because this hat carries a lot.
It does.
So it's like, wait a minute. Let me take off this hat because I don't want nothing else on this hat because it already has so much.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take it off real quick so I can get down to the get down.
Right.
So we can be
exactly.
able to talk about something on a neutral, natural level.
Right. Exactly.
So everyone can get that understanding.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I know a lot of people want to know, well, who Shannon really is. And I thought I knew because I'm in the process of revamping myself and trying to get to the person that the higher power is leading me into. And when people see me, some people they prejudge. They prejudge me, because how I carry myself. Like I remember when I first launched my podcast and I was at an event. I think it was at Mickey Speakeasy. And I went on the mic to introduce my podcast and let everybody know what I was doing and what my movement was and everything. And I ended the night with just being positive. And that next day, I got a phone call from somebody that I hadn't heard from in a while, And they was like, "Hey, what's up? I saw you at, XYZ location yesterday, and people was talking about, well, who she thinks she is and this, that, and the other. Like you being negative already, and you have not even walked a day in my shoes. You don't know my struggle. You don't know what I go through when I go home and I'm lonely and by myself. And I just cut that person off, and I'm just like, I don't want to hear the negativity. People gonna have their opinions about who you are and what you're trying to do in life, and that's not what I want to be around. I want to be positive. I want to be uplifting. I want to leave a legacy. And you agree?
I
Like I
100%
just don't. I
agree.
don't have a. I don't have time for the negativity. People gonna have draw their own opinions anyways. But it's a lot that people don't know about me. Like the struggles that I went through as a kid. We just had this topic at the restaurant.
We
Growing up
did.
in a two-parent household versus a
It's a single
one-parent
parent household.
household.
Right.
And that's what molds you into the person that you are in your life.
Or don't want to be.
Or exactly, or don't want
Or
to be.
literally just don't want to be. Right.
Yes, exactly. Of what you don't want to be or what you want to be. Because I grew up in a one-parent household. And back then, we were considered latchkey kids. And a latchkey kid is a kid that's always at home by themselves because the parent is always out there on their grind to make sure that you have. And that was the type of mom that I had. And I love her. I loved her dearly, and I saw how hard she worked, and I knew that that's what I was supposed to do because that's what was presented to me as a kid. Work hard, work hard, work hard, and provide. It was a lot of things missing, from when I grew up to realize what was missing from my childhood. But my mom was the best mom she knew how to be. But in the interim, me being home by myself, I was exposed to a lot of things that I shouldn't have been exposed to as a kid. So, hurt that was brought upon me, I grew up with a mindset that said, well, I don't ever want anybody that's around me to be involved in that type of hurt. So I was going to always be generous to other people. And that's why I'm the way that I am today because of the hurt that I experienced as a child. So I never wanted to bring that hurt on anybody else. And I treat people the way that I expect people to treat me in return. So, you know, and that's pretty much how I was nurtured and groomed. I didn't have my father in my life to teach me how to treat a man, how to be in a relationship with a man, when you get married, how you're supposed to be in a marriage. This is all things that I had to, it was trial and error with me. And what about you, Shannon? You had a two-parent household.
So I did have a two-parent household.
Yes.
And within my two-parent household, I did get the best of both worlds.
Okay.
My mom, like you said, she was the best mom she could be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she had her struggles, just like my dad had his struggles.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, they separated, which caused me to come to Miami because
Okay.
originally I was born in DC.
Okay.
So with my mom coming here, at the end of the day, I wanted to be with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I got here when I was 7 and I stayed.
Okay.
Like I said, I did all of my elementary, my middle school, my colleges,
Mhm.
everything. When I was in, I believe, the 5th grade, my
Mhm.
dad came and he became again a part of our two family household. um I was with my dad until the end, but
Mm-hmm.
again, in that two-parent household. So all of my first, my first dates, my first restaurants outings, my first movies,
Yes.
my first monster truck, my first
Mm-hmm.
basketball, my first wrestling games,
Mm-hmm.
all of those were dates that I had with my dad.
Okay. Yes.
So at that point I knew what he wanted from his child. When you go out on a date, make sure he opens the door, make
Mm-hmm.
sure he does this, make sure, you know, he- if it's something that wasn't discussed, he's picking up the bill.
Mm-hmm.
He's accommodating you. If he asked you to go out with him,
Mm-hmm.
he should be the one that's taking the lead for you to be happy in this outing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Planning dates and that, because now, even for me, and I'm 47 years old,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for me to plan something. Why? Because my dad always planned everything. My
Wow.
husband plans everything.
Everything. Yes.
So when I get with my girls and it's like, okay, where we need to go? I'm like, shit, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, y'all. It's like, but whatever y'all want to do, I'm down for it.
Okay.
Because I've not to say this is good, bad, right, wrong, and indifferent. It's just that I never had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things. Like, my dad showed me what, not necessarily a man, but he gave me some type of outlook or some type of guide pathway, uh little note taking on, maybe this is what I should expect from a man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, my dad had his own issues.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, with those issues that he had, it's like, in my future mate, that's going to be a deal breaker.
Okay.
Because I see his struggles and how it affected my family, and, my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't want to go that route. And then again, my mom, she's the best mom that she could be. But at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
in my mate, it's a deal breaker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like things that I take from both sides. And I love both of my parents. Like, my father passed 12 years ago, but I still take things that he has given me. I try to instill it in my children. Even with my mom, she's still here, thank God. And I still take what she's given me and I still instill it in myself, my children, and again, everybody around. It's just a whole, how you want to progress your little tribe, your little community, what you want, so that's how I look at those.
Okay. All right. Well, listeners, I hope you're listening, and taking, some of the things that we are saying. If these experiences sound similar, call in and elaborate. Like, I want to know, like, what does like, let me see. One of the questions I had was, what's one thing you've survived that made you stronger?
Girl.
It's not just one thing, right?
It's not just one thing. Believe me, it's just not one thing. Like, one of the struggles that I talk about for both of my parents, both of my parents was on drugs.
Okay.
My dad was a heavy heroin addict. My mom did coke, but my mom was also a drug dealer. So it's one of those things.
Okay.
And again, you have substance abuse and, of course, alcohol on top of that. Both of them was heavy alcoholics, so that coupled into, the substance abuse and all that. There was struggles, there were plenty, abuse situations going on domestically between them. I never had that type of experience, but I can also say, me growing up watching this, thinking it's normal, growing up at that point when it's time for me to experience these relationships, being in some type of an abusive relationship, in that mindset, oh, this is normal because this is what I saw my parents do.
Right.
I'm thinking this is what everybody parents do. Definitely when you don't have someone else saying, that ain't cool. That's not how that's supposed to go. Because at that point, it's like, how is it not cool? Because the people that I grew up with mainly didn't have a two-parent household.
Right.
It was just either mother or father. So it was nothing to compare a two-parent household to. So
right, exactly.
So again, when you're growing up and you get into those relationship, and even though I know what a man from my father's experience would bring to me, on the inside, I'm also seeing this go on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, hey, baby, I love you. Let's da-da-da-da-da-da. Here's all the money. Da-da-da-da-da-da. But in the same time, when he turn around and start beating your ass, in your mind, oh, this is normal because
that's what you're exposed
that's
to.
what I'm exposed to.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it is what it is, know. So it's really like
okay.
When you talk about the woman behind that smile, it's like, yeah, I'm smiling, I'm doing this and this, but
let's
I don't know what the hell is going on.
Call back. Whoever just called in, call back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Y'all call in. We want to hear from y'all. We want to make this exciting. This is a movement. This is an empowerment movement. And we're trying to grow this channel because I got some things going on. Like I've already experienced my first live panel and I want to do another one, but I want to bring it to the community. I want to bring it to the community and I want to invite guests like Ball Greasy. We want to see what Ball Greasy. I want to invite people like Papa Duck, like all the people that I want to invite on my first live panel or my second, because I did my first. I just want it to be an impact and a movement. So that's something to look forward to. I'm trying to put that together now, but let's see what this caller has to say. Thank you for calling on the Dal Network.
Yes, y'all still on?
Oh my God.
We are still on.
Oh, okay.
And now we
put my little 2 cents in.
Oh, okay. Well, we are listening.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, callers and viewers and hosts and hostess. Get your
hey, sister.
Yes. So I want to say yes. We was raised by pimps.
I was telling her that at the restaurant because everybody was talking. I was like, girl, they just don't know we was raised by pimps, prostitutes, drug dealers, crackheads.
We had a whole village.
That was a whole village.
Yeah, we had a real village. I mean, real village. They was real colorful.
Okay, well,
on top of that, owners, bosses, librarians, teachers.
Yes.
Okay, so help me to understand this, caller. You experienced that young in life. What kind of impact did that have on you growing up?
You know what? It's by the grace of God that I didn't grow up selling no toot. When the price is right.
I mean, we did, but it's like, okay.
All right.
I mean, we grown now and still selling it, but it's like under conditions.
It's called exchange.
Okay.
Exchange.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it is.
I hate her so much.
At the end of the day, these men out here, they cheat with their eyes. They are visual cheaters. And we as women, we are emotional cheaters. So we are giving them something for their vision and they are giving us something for our emotions. It's called an exchange.
Damn sure is.
That kind of makes sense.
I don't see it as I'm out here selling a little something. No, I'm not. I'm out here giving exchange. I am giving what a man wants, and he is giving me what I need.
That part. All day.
Oh my goodness. I never looked at it that way. I'm lost for words.
Shannon is speechless over here.
I am so speechless.
All you want is money. But at the end of the day, all you want is All right, you want to stop, drop, bend, and roll.
It's like you got to give a little to get a little.
Wow.
That's what they
Okay.
call me.
Oh, okay. So do you carry that same mentality today?
You damn right I do.
Are you in a relationship?
Oh no, I ain't in no relationship. I ain't in no relationship. I mean, depending on the day, depending on the day, I'll be what you want me to be.
I cannot.
But on a regular, no, that ain't for me. That ain't for me. No, I'm not saying it is. It just ain't for me. You know, like it would never happen. It just ain't happened yet. Yeah, it's not the ball is not in my corner as of yet.
Okay.
I am very happy. I am very blessed.
Okay.
I am very stress free. Lord Jesus, I'm so stress free. I don't want to worry about answering my phone, going straight home, cooking for nobody, cleaning for nobody. If I just want to be in my bed all day long and just be in my bed all day long, that's what I do. And I'm happy.
Amen. So you have kids?
Yes, I do.
Girl, boy?
I have a girl.
Okay.
I have a young woman.
So
yes, I do.
What kind of values do you instill in her?
Oh, the same as the prince, the pimps, the hoes, the drug dealers, and the prostitutes taught me. And now the lessons are more valuable in today's world than they were back then. Because without some money and some credit, which them pimps, hoes, and prostitutes and business people taught us back then, it's the value that they was teaching us back then is way more valuable now. Because without some credit and some money, you ain't nothing.
Okay. Y'all, she's speaking on it. I need to hear from somebody else. She's speaking some facts here, y'all. I mean, I completely agree.
Y'all go ahead and y'all call in and speak your piece.
Amen. Amen. Well, we thank you for enlightening us.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm here if you need me.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
And this was for free.
Call us back if you want to chime in some more.
Oh my goodness. I am at a loss for words, Shannon.
Yeah.
Lord. Oh, somebody else calling in. Let's see.
Amen. Amen.
Well, we thank you for enlightening us. Oh, you're welcome. If you need me. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And this was for free. Okay. Hello. If you want to chime in. I don't know why that happened, but okay.
I don't know what that was.
Okay, so callers, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm at a loss for words because I didn't have that influence when I was growing up. But maybe if I did, I probably would be a stronger person today. Because I don't know. That's the same number that's calling in?
I don't know, to tell you the truth.
Let's see. On the Dal Network, how can I assist you? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why that number keeps calling back in. I don't know. But it's calling in. I don't know. I don't know what happened. What's going on with that? Okay. Well, I mean, anyways, that was really interesting. I loved, her positivity and she's very confident. Very, very confident, I must say.
Yeah, so I can actually say, like, from that being, even though I talk about being raised in a 2-parent household, again, I also stated both of my parents dealt with, drug abuse, so there were times that we were raised by pimps, prostitutes, crackheads, drug dealers, the bosses at the local bars, their kids. So not to say we had the best of both worlds, but we experienced the worlds.
Right.
Not to say it was the best, but we experienced both. We experienced what it's like to make money legally. We also experienced what it's like to make money illegally, and dealing with pimps, it's like, okay, I could be a pimp, you know, but looking at how the pimps treated the prostitutes, it's like, I wouldn't necessarily want to do it like that, but then again, here you are, 5, 6, 7,
right?
Like, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily do it like that. But if you have the women out there willing to go through XYZ, and it's like, okay, well, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do.
Thanks for calling on the Dal Network.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hello. I would like to make a comment.
Yes.
The host.
How are you this evening?
I'm doing okay. It's a lag. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I'm watching you and I'm watching the live, but it's not coinciding. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there's a delay. Okay, my question is this for their guests, which is kind of it's kind of odd that normally when you hear stories of background and stuff like that, again, maybe I'm going based off television and stuff like that. I would like to know, like, what changed? Because usually, like, what did she do to break that cycle? Where being that how her mom was and how her dad was, and she doesn't seem to look to behave like them. Then again, I'm just curious to be like, what did she do? And be like, well, I'm gonna break the cycle, and I'm not gonna moving forward. I won't be the pimp in the whole whatever description she gave to her parents.
Well, I'm gonna start off answering that question, and then I'm gonna allow Shannon to finish. But I know it's a lag time with you listening to it, but I did ask her, how does she feel about that with her daughter? And she says that she tells her daughter same way.
Caller, your guest.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I thought you was talking about the caller who just called. But yeah, Shannon, elaborate on that.
Yeah, no. So, thank you for asking. So, you've heard the backstory.
I did.
So, I was in a relationship for 17 years with my first husband, and it wasn't a necessary break the cycle. Well, before I get to that, I want to also let you know that I have a son as well. He's 28, 7. He's one of those ages. And I was with his father for 6 years. And within that 6-year time period, it was again not recognizing, that relationship of, yeah, I could do for you, da da da. But we did have our own fights, our physical fights. But again, me thinking this is normal, leaving him and then going to my first husband, being with him for 17 years, provided, did everything. But then again, the abuse was there. Still thinking that was normal. It wasn't until I had my daughter. My daughter was the end all, be all. I had her 2 months early.
Okay.
I had her 2 months early. So within those 2 months that I had her, of course, she was in the NICU. I had to be at the hospital 3 times a day, until she was able to get 4 pounds. It was a whole thing with her being premature. So with that, taken away from the 17 years that I given this man, I given him everything, thinking he do for me, I do for him. The abuse, everything is normal. But to me, again, it's normal. But now I have to take that away from you, this man that I basically worship the ground that he walked on.
Right.
To take that away and now put all of that energy into this little thing. This little thing that depends solely on me.
On you. Right.
On me. Nobody on this world. My son, again, he's 17 years apart. So he's not dependent on me.
Right.
My husband at that time, you're grown. You shouldn't be dependent on me.
Right.
This thing that's came into this world 2 months before she was supposed to be here needs me. This is the only thing in my life that actually needs me. And I need to show up for her.
Right.
So with me needing to show up for her and the focus that he could not get that, that is what that turning point was. Because you're not important to me no more. I don't give a fuck what happens. I don't care. The thing that's important to me right now is this little girl. And that was that turning point. Go ahead.
Still in the relationship with that
No,
gentleman?
I said my first husband. Yeah. I'm on husband number 2. I believe in love.
So how did you, like, I understand your daughter is your why.
Yeah.
Or why everything changed. But how did you, because the way I'm sure it's not something that happened overnight, because if you grew up with it, the whole
oh no, it happened overnight. I promise you, on everything I love and own in this world, that happened overnight. It was literally, wow. I promise you, I promise you that was a overnight decision.
Where you had to make were you put in a situation where you were an ultimatum, like choose me?
My ultimatum was it was either me or it was either her or him, because for me it was like he wanted the attention that I was no longer giving him. Because I was giving that attention to my baby.
To her, right.
So for me, when I tell you, yes, it was overnight, it was literally a phone call in like at 3:00 in the morning where he's going off, and it's like, I can't do this anymore. And that's literally how it came out. I'm bawling and when I say 3:00 in the morning, because he used to work the graveyard shift, so he would call me on his lunch breaks, which would be 3:00 in the morning. By this time, she's home. You know, she gained her little 4 pounds. She did whatever she had to do, but still, my life still is on her because she still needs me. I'm breastfeeding. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. She still needs me. I'm not working. So my energy, my time, my focus is only on her. So if you're fussing at me about this, that, and the other, and it's like, I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
So after the numerous phone calls of this, that, and that, it's like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm done. I'm crying. Like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm apologizing at the same point, saying, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm done. And at that point, I was done. When he came home, I was like, look, I'm done. Like, I don't know what you finna do, how you finna do it, but this is no longer. And that was, whoo, baby, that was 2015. That was 2015. So wow. It's 2026 now.
Exactly.
And I've got remarried all over again. So yeah, that was literally that point. That point. And it's like, yeah, my child that depends and needs me is my number one focus, and it's not you. And if you can't wrap your head around it, and with that being said, I didn't also want my child growing up thinking this is normal.
Right. Exactly.
That was the number one thing. I didn't want her to think that, again, she's not even a month, 2 months, you know, but at that time, it's like, I'm looking at her in the bed, you know, and it's like, I don't want you to think that this is normal.
Right.
I don't want you to grow up in a household thinking that this is normal. It's not. Right. I want more for you. And I don't want you to think that this is normal, like how I grew up thinking that this is normal.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we still want the best for our children.
We do.
And that's all it was. Like my son, I love him to death. He loves, oh my God, if you're a mom and have a boy child, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
They go to the extreme.
They will go to the end of the earth about their goddamn mom.
Yes, they will.
So
mine's got my heart tatted on, my name tatted on his chest.
So it's literally just one of those things. But that little girl, I want her to look at me like how I look at my mom, as a God, you know. And it's like, I want her to recognize that God in me, you know, to say that this is not normal. I want the best for her.
Right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking my call. I just needed to understand what broke the cycle, because a lot of times where what usually, you know, usually you hear something seriously bad to happen where, you know, somebody's probably unalive or something to actually break the cycle.
Mhm.
But for you to be able to determine day one, this is it, I'm no more. I commend you for that. And thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah, not
No
a problem. I'm an
problem.
open. I tell people all the time, I'm an open book. You just got to ask the right questions.
There you have it.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies. You enjoy.
No problem.
Thank you so much. I'm enjoying the conversation.
You're welcome. Got another
Okay.
call. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for calling on the dial. How can I assist you?
Oh, I was trying to just listen in. I didn't want to be on the air.
Oh, you are on the air.
Hey,
With
Air,
on
what's up?
social media, we have a caller. Caller, the topic for this evening is the woman,
The woman behind
the
smile.
woman behind the smile. Would you like to elaborate on anything, caller?
Well, the woman behind the smile is sounds like a great concept, but I'm not sure, you know, where we coming from. I don't know what has transpired uh, before I called in because I haven't been listening. I just sort of dialed in randomly. But can you fill in the blank and let me know what the subject matter, what the conversation was surrounding regarding this woman smiling?
Yes. Basically, it stems back to, you know, what happens with the woman behind the scenes. Because when you see her, she's always smiling. What does she go through behind the scenes? So
Yeah.
the many hats that I wear, what I go through, all that good stuff, things like that.
Is it referencing a mother and a wife who is always there for everybody? She keeping up a good front, but she might be suffering silently. Is it that kind of thing?
All the above.
Yeah,
Really.
all of the above.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
So, I mean, first of all, I feel like one of the best things God did for creation, for humanity, for mankind is to create woman.
Amen. Preach it, brother.
So
Here we go.
yeah, so that right there is just like the joy in my heart. Imagine a world with no women. That's the joy in my heart, right? I'm so serious. And it's not about being a womanizer or taking advantage of women. I just really appreciate the creation of woman. I just left the gravesite of where we buried my mom up in Pompano, and I was just out there, you know, kind of reminiscing. I got nothing but good memories about my mother. And I was also a man that was married. My first girlfriend, I was together. First girlfriend and I were together for 22 years. I got 3 daughters, and you know, I was pretty much raised by aunties and grandmamas and stuff like that. So I have a deep, deep, deep appreciation for women.
Okay.
So I think that what's happening in the world right now, and I think this is happening because the world is progressively more wicked. I just think that there are a lot of women that's suffering in silence, but they got to be there for everybody. You know, I think about my daughters who are now who have become parents. I
Okay.
think about all the other women that's in my family, the stuff they didn't had to deal with. And I think a lot of times they don't get a lot of the props that they should get. But I'm here to support women. I wish that I kind of just would have been listening before you guys asked me a question to just answer some off the top of my head.
But
The
it's
only thing I
okay.
can think of,
You're good.
Just keep listening,
yeah.
and we'll look forward to your next phone call.
Okay, what voice is this?
Well,
This is the guest.
that's my guess. That's
Oh, hey, guest.
Hey.
And I can tell
yes.
your guest is not a dude, so I'm
I'm all woman.
Yeah, especially if you're a mother.
Yes.
You know, I was just talking to my one of my daughters, the one that has this son, and I realized something, and I didn't tell her this, but I'm just sharing with y'all since we're talking about women
Okay.
and the smile. My daughter's my oldest daughter, Amanda, she's a beautiful young lady, and she got a 6-year-old son, and it's so crazy how he's me all over again.
Oh wow.
I mean, this boy is little to me when I was 6. He's me all over the place. But anyway, my point is that I was and this would be something I hope you guys really appreciate.
Okay.
I'm always, I noticed that I'm always dealing with my daughter, and not just her, but particularly her because she got this son, and I'm pretty much the male role model in his life. But I'm always telling Amanda, like, Amanda, you should do this, you should do that, you consider this. And one day, I will promise you guys, I'm not exaggerating any of this. It was like the Holy Spirit came to me and told me I need to lighten up because I'm not even considering all the stuff she went through in her childhood and the stuff that's still bothering her, stuff she's still dealing with. And that's why she does some of the things she does. And from that point, from that moment, I've been praying and asking God to help me to be a little bit more gentler and understanding with my daughter because she went through a period of her life, and she and I done talked about this, but she went through a period of her life where her father wasn't there. I was like absent in her life, and she told me one day she was there. She told me one day, she says, "You were not there when I needed you the most."
Mm.
So this kind of woke me up to the fact that, dog, I've been hearing that all my life, that fathers really do play a major role in the lives of their daughter. But like my daughter hit me between the eyes with that.
Mm.
And I was like, man, I didn't know what to do. I'm a man that believes that God still answers prayer. So I just been asking the Lord since that time to help me. But this recent thing about me just always correcting her with her son and telling her, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. He don't need this, he don't need that. Well, there's nothing wrong with me wanting the best for my grandson, but it was like God was saying to me at the same time, you need to consider what your daughter done been through.
Mm-hmm.
You need to consider that she's making decisions based on stuff that has shaped her, and she had no control of that. And ain't nobody stepped in to help her repair those things.
Mm.
So I'm right now, my daughter ain't no teenager, I ain't no teenager, but right now I'm treating this thing like we just falling in love all over again, father and daughter. And I'm just trying to be a
Oh
great
man.
parent to her. Like I was telling one of my friends the other day, I said, bro, my cousin, in fact, I say, bro, right now, if this is a football game, I'm in the fourth quarter of my life, and I'm not trying to end with no crazy stuff. I'm trying to go out here the right way.
I
I'm
know
trying to
that's
do right
right.
by my family. I'm trying to make my daughters know that their dad loves them, their grandkids, and that lead them with the impression that their grandfather is the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I don't know how I got into all of that because this is about smiling women or the woman smiling.
But I do want to just go back real quick to something that you stated, that you told Amanda, or you tell Amanda about what she should do to help raise your grandchild. Has there ever been a point for you to say, you know what, let me step in and let me help? So instead of giving or directing to say, hey, you should do this, you should do this, it's like, hey, you should do this, but let me do it for you.
What's your name?
Shannon.
Oh, you the other Shannon with the S.
Yeah.
Okay. So Shannon with the S, it's a great point you're making, and I always try to do that because I think that keeps me from being a hypocrite. And but it's some things that I cannot do because of distance. Like she is in one city, we're
Okay.
about probably almost an hour and a half away from each other.
Okay.
So there's some things I cannot do, but I understand the mindset and the mentality that you're saying that needs to be in place with a father. Anybody really that's
Right.
trying to help somebody or instruct them always. You're right. You're 100%. I gotta agree with you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
All
So
right.
even with that being said, the little things that you can do that you may be asking Amanda to do for your grandson, if there's something within your power, within, that space that you have, you could easily just step up and, like, you know what, I can do this. I'm gonna be that way, next weekend. Let me go ahead and do XYZ for little man.
Absolutely. I mean, you're 100% right. I just left little man. We spent a few hours together. I had to come up to see him, and I try to get up every chance I get, but it's not so easy
I
when you're far
understand.
away and
Believe me, I
everybody got a
understand.
schedule. You already know how that goes.
Yeah.
Life is busy, but
Life is very
we did
busy.
get it. Yeah, we did get a chance to spend a few hours a day together, and it was precious. It was everybody calling me at the same time. It was precious because today was really precious because I had him and my little 1-year-old. Is that child a year old or 2 years? I think she's going to be 2. But I had them two together. We went over to Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm telling I'm saying, JJ, I say, I think this is gonna be the last time we're gonna play this game, man, because we shouldn't be shooting people. People, right? And then so we left it, and he's sitting there, he just all caught up in the game. Da, 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 da. I'm thinking this boy ain't paying me no attention. We go back to the table, and his auntie and his uncle are there. He say, Grandpa say we not supposed to shoot people. I say it was a precious moment for me because not only is it letting me know that he's listening, but like I told Amanda, I said, Amanda, you know what? This is the best time for us to get godly principles installed in him because he's listening.
Exactly.
He's paying attention, and he repeating it, and he remembered. We played another game, and he said, and both of y'all Shannons know the Bible. You know enough about the Bible to know what I'm saying is true. We played this other game, and it's little watermelon, lemon, all this stuff popping up on the screen. He get a chance to cut the fruit. He said, Grandpa,
Fruit
fruit of the
ninja.
spirit.
Fruit ninja.
Yeah, he
Fruit
said,
ninja.
fruit of the spirit. I say, yeah, boy.
Fruit of the spirit. Okay.
But anyway, that kind of stuff makes me happy. But Shannon with an S, I love what you're saying because, number one, parents need help. That's not easy being a parent in today's world. You're a single parent. And number two, we don't need to be no hypocrites. We need to get in there and actually do, and not always just telling folks. I don't know if hypocrite is the right word. And that we need to get in there and actually do for our folks, and not just always saying and telling them what to do, but actually be that
step up,
that person that takes that load off of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm totally with you on that. I want to know though, y'all got to do some rewind because I don't think I still understand enough about the subject matter. You say the woman behind the smile, right?
Yes.
Now, wasn't there more said to this before I came on the line?
It was. It was.
Okay, give me that. I'm on the highway headed all the way back to. Where am I going? I'm going all the way down to Homestead, so I got time to talk while I'm driving. But go ahead and give me the whole story.
You want us to rewind that? You're gonna have to look at the playback. You're gonna have to look at the playback.
We're gonna do it like that. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look at the playback. Yeah.
What other subject matters are you guys covering tonight? And when is the next time you're doing something like this where you could actually bring a caller like me on the line?
Thursday night will be the next night.
And what's the subject matter?
I don't know yet.
You want me to choose one?
You can.
No, you ain't gonna like that, girl, because I'm what's known. Y'all remember?
You're a deep thinker.
All suggestions are welcome.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Y'all remember Howard Stern? How he was known as a shock jock that shocked people?
Yes.
He would say stuff. Well, I'm not a shock jock, but I'm a person that's got some extreme. I come with some extreme stuff, and people don't always be ready for it. So you might just need to pick a topic.
So, what's your suggestion? What would you suggest if you had to? If we say, "Hey, caller, what would be that thing that you would suggest?"
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't.
If we're offering suggestions, if we're opening up suggestions to callers for the next topic, what would be your suggestion be for that next topic?
I promise you, girl, I got so much stuff in my.
Just pick one. If you got so many, pick one of the many that you have in your head.
Pick one of the many.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is an open forum, so you talking to me, so ain't nothing you can possibly say that's gonna shock me. I can guarantee.
Pick one of the many.
Don't hold back.
Okay.
Don't hold back now.
Hold back.
Don't hold back now.
I think. Well, I'm never got to hold back. I just trying to figure out because I promise you, I got a lot of stuff I think about and I deal with every day. But one of the things that's close to my heart is children, right? Like close to my heart in the sense of watch how people handle their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked with a girl one time, and this girl, to this day, I still ain't seen nothing like it in my life. Well, I think maybe once or twice, but I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life before. You know how they be having them times where you bring the kids to work?
Mm-hmm.
The girl had her daughter to work with her, and I'm trying to think how old the daughter was. The daughter might have been 9, 10, maybe 11, something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
But this girl left an impression on me, guys, that I would never remember. Now, Amanda and I was just talking about how keen and how tuned in I am with children. When I worked in Home Depot, I mean, I one of the things that irked that almost drove me through the roof is parents not paying attention to their child. The boy standing up in the cart, and now he gonna fall over, and you gonna try to get a lawsuit because you ain't paying attention to your child. He done fell and bust his head. But I'm always paying attention to kids. We was at Chuck E. Cheese today, and I'm zoning all the kids. I'm looking at parents. They're not even paying attention to their own kids. But that's, like I was telling my daughter, I said that's something that God put in me. I gravitate to kids because that is a part of my ministry. That's a part of my life, a part of my world, a part of my attention span. So one of the things that's close to my heart is children, in the sense that it bothers me the way parents handle their kids. Now, this girl I was saying about as an example
Mm-hmm.
of to help you kind of understand my heart and my mind and what my mindset is regarding parenthood is, and I shouldn't always, I don't even like to always go there because sometimes parents think I'm throwing off on them. I'm not saying you're a bad parent. I'm just telling you what's in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So this girl comes to work with her child, and I'm telling you, this girl couldn't have been no more than 9, maybe 10 years old, possibly 11. I doubt it. Maybe 9 or 10, maybe 8. You would think that she was talking to Michelle Obama
Mm-hmm.
with the respect that she gave that daughter, that girl, and it wasn't no game with her. She was like that every time I saw them two, because I saw them after that.
Mm-hmm.
The respect she was treating that child like she was a person, but a little person. And I don't even know if it makes sense the way I'm saying it.
No, it makes sense.
Now, the reason that was a big deal to me, and the reason it made such a impression on me that would never go away, like this girl should be in some kind of Guinness Book of Records or something, the way the world is going, because we value and I'm not condemning nobody, okay? I'm not trying to make nobody feel bad, but this is what our reality is. Most parents value things, stuff that's important to them, their emotions or whatever, more than they do that child. That child has feelings. That child has a perspective, believe it or not. That when I talk to my grandson, you can have 20 family members at a family reunion. We just at the house eating on the weekend, and all of us talking to Jace. I'm using him as an example because he's older than the 2-year-old, the 1-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how old my granddaughter is. That's crazy. So everybody could be interacting with him, talking to him, and it's only one person in that entire gathering that actually kneels down on his level and talks to him.
Mm.
My son, who I'm calling my son because he married my daughter, my son married to Iman, my youngest daughter. He told me, he said, "Do you know that you the only person that Jace listens to?" Because he could be a little bullheaded for a 6-year-old. He do what he want to do. That's why he reminded me of me when I was 6 years old. But guys, I'm trying to answer Channon with a question that if you gave me a choice, more than likely I'm gonna talk about something that's close to my heart. Now, again, I got a gazillion subjects that I can speak on. Like I really do. That's only one of them. I can talk to you also about I just left and this is another sensitive subject that again people ain't gonna want to talk about because I'm like that Howard Stern sometimes. I'm gonna hit you with something you didn't expect.
Okay.
I just left the graveyard in Pompano Beach, Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
We buried my mother in Pompano Beach Cemetery in 1998. This is June of 2026, and it is the first time. It is the first time that I've ever gone out there to visit her grave. Now, my sister, my family, I shouldn't do it saying that, but I got other family members that go out there and they check in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I call one of my daughters and I say, "You not gonna believe where I'm at." She's like, "Where?" I was like, "I'm at the graveyard." They're like, "What? You?" Because they know I don't do that, right? Now, I could have an entire conversation, Shannon, about why I don't do that, and then what happened today. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I could go. I got so many subjects that I can talk about to where it's crazy. That's why when you ask me to pick one, I'm like, well, dog, there's so many things that I'm passionate about, or so many things that I have a deep seated conviction about, things that I feel like people need to hear. If you guys, I tell you what you do. Tell you what you do.
Okay.
If you want me to select a topic for Thursday or any other broadcast you're going to be doing in the future moving forward, and I love to participate. I hate I missed today in Hollywood, but I will ask you to do this. If you
Okay.
go on my Facebook page and you look at my reels, there should be 30 or 40 reels there where I'm talking about random subjects.
Mm-hmm.
If you hear something on there that you say, you know what, this would be a good subject right here, let's embellish on this, I'd be all for it.
What's your page?
Philip Davis Jr., and it's Philip with two L's, Davis Jr. You'll see 6 beautiful young ladies on my profile, whatever they call it. Is that the profile or cover page or whatever. On my cover picture, you'll
Profile,
see 6 women there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right,
look at my
Philip. Well,
reels.
thank you so much for your input, the conversation. It was wonderful. We will make sure that I'm like we. I mean, we will make sure that we look you up and um see if there's something on your page that we would like to elaborate on so we can so Shannon, not we. So
Yes.
Shannon can include you in one of the
Oh yeah,
topics in
you
the
were sounding like
future.
a co-host for a minute.
I did, and I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, but yes, yeah. So that would be a great thing to see, something that to look forward to in the future. Thank you so much, Philip. We appreciate your time today.
Not a problem, ladies. It's been such a blessing talking with y'all. And Shannon with a C, know I love her. And I'm gonna do
Yes.
whatever I can to help her. So we in this together, you know.
Amen. And I appreciate you, and I'm so humble. Thank you, PD.
Mhm. Holla.
Later. And there you have it. He could be a little long-winded, but trust me, he is so helpful. This man has so much going on. He builds um websites, web pages. You heard his social media contact information. If that's something you want to be a part of and you need a web page built, you can reach out to Philip Davis Jr. and he will be more than happy to assist you. He's down south, very far down south.
He said
Yes.
Homestead, didn't
Yeah, Homestead, exactly. But that was it for tonight. I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my evening. Thank you, Shannon, for coming on.
No
It was a
problem.
pleasure.
he? It was definitely a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. And next Thursday, stay tuned because I want to elaborate on a subject that I've been thinking about pertaining to my ex. So that's going to be real
Let's
interesting.
get into it.
A topic pertaining to my ex. And when I say my ex, I don't mean an ex-boyfriend. I mean my ex-husband. So that's a topic that I want to discuss on Thursday night. So y'all stay tuned
I'll be here.
and stay positive and, keep uplifting and inspiring. And I want to give a shout out to Crown and Curious, my empowerment group. Ladies, it was a movement today. And I thank each and every one of y'all and let y'all know that I love y'all. Good night.